Have you ever found yourself in a conversation with an elder, maybe a parent or grandparent, where every suggestion you make seems to bounce right off? You explain, you reason, but all you get is, "This is how I've always done it." It can feel frustrating, even impossible. But what if I told you that what we call stubbornness is often something deeper, cognitive rigidity, a kind of emotional armor against change, rooted not in defiance, but in fear? Let's take a closer look at why some elders just won't budge, and how we can approach these moments with compassion instead of conflict. As people grow older, especially after major life changes like retirement or the loss of a partner, the world can suddenly feel less certain. The brain naturally starts seeking out what feels familiar and safe. Certainty and stability become more important than novelty. The beliefs and routines they've built over decades are more than just opinions. They're anchors of identity. Asking someone to change a core belief is like asking them to question their entire history, or to admit that the way they navigated the world for a lifetime might have been wrong. That's a scary prospect for anyone. So, when you try to introduce a new idea, whether it's about technology, health, or even a shift in worldview, what you're really challenging isn't just their logic. You're challenging their sense of self, their safety, and sometimes even their dignity. This is why logical arguments so often fall flat. When emotions are running high, facts and data rarely get through. It's not about winning an argument, it's about keeping a relationship healthy and connected. So instead of trying to out-argue or out-reason, think of your role as guiding, not conquering. Imagine you're planting a seed, not building a wall. How do you do that? Start with empathy. Try to see the world through their eyes, shaped by decades of experience, challenges, and triumphs. Be patient. It took years for those beliefs to form, and it might take time for them to shift. And most importantly, stay curious. Curiosity creates space for reflection instead of reaction. Now let's talk about 3 practical ways to have more compassionate conversations with elders who seem set in their ways. First, validate before you challenge. When you bring up a new idea or question an old one, start by acknowledging their lived experience. You might say, "I see why this made sense for you growing up," before adding, and now we're learning new ways too." This shows respect for their journey and helps lower their defenses. Second, ask instead of tell. Instead of stating your point outright, invite them into a conversation. Try asking, "What would you have done differently back then if you knew this?" Open-ended questions tap into their wisdom and create a dialogue, not a debate. Third, lead by example. Sometimes actions speak louder than words. Demonstrate the new behavior yourself and let them see the positive results. Over time, seeing real benefits can gently shift even long-held beliefs without ever having to argue. Remember, the goal isn't to change them. It's to create a relationship where growth feels safe, even at 70, 80, or beyond. When elders feel respected and heard, they're far more likely to take small steps outside their comfort zone. So, think back. What's one belief you and an elder in your life disagree on? How have you tried to bridge that gap? Every conversation is an opportunity, not to win, but to connect and grow together. Compassion, patience, and curiosity can go further than any argument ever could. If you found this helpful, stick around for more insights on family psychology, emotional intelligence, and healing together across every generation.